a yes on the screen. Okay, great. Okay. So, before we start, may I ask anyone here have actually joined my previous sessions about this effective learning style? Okay, if you are, please type 1. Any one of you have joined my previous session? If you are, type 1. Okay, so it seems like not many, huh? All right. Okay. So, for some of you, you might don't know what is effective learning style, or probably you have heard before. But I can assure that most of you have it. Okay, kebanyakan anda memang ada learning style. Okay, you really have one. Okay, it's just that you might not know that is your learning style. Okay, all of us have 3 learning style: ada visual, ada auditory, ada kinesthetic. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm going to cover today. Okay, it's about what is the VAK learning style. Okay, apa itu VAK learning style, visual, auditory, kinesthetic. Okay, so how VAK respond? Okay, orang yang V, okay, visual, macam mana biasanya dia respond? Jika dia respond macam tu, dia memang orang yang visual. Okay, they learn by visual, right? Okay, then kami pun ada. Okay, we will have a VAK test. Okay, very simple one. A VAK test, and then next I will share with you how to learn faster using this VAK technique. Okay, I hope by the end of this session, you will learn something, right? But I will try to make it as interactive as possible. So either of time, I will ask you some questions. Okay, so I hope all of you can participate in, right? Okay, so for some of you, you might wonder, okay, what is Plan B learning? So maybe I just do a quick introduction. Apa itu Plan B learning? What does the company do? Okay, so basically we are a center, okay, that provide e-tuition to secondary school students, and we are also provide e-counseling toward higher education. Meaning untuk sesiapa yang sementara ni yang nak pergi ke tuition tapi sekarang sebab MCO dan dia tak ada peluang, alright, kami ada provide service untuk e-tuition, okay, for secondary school student. At the meantime, okay, untuk sesiapa yang SPM leaver, okay, sudah lepasan SPM dan nak pergi ke IPTA ke IPTS ke, alright, so kami ada buat counseling session, okay, untuk sesiapa nak ada minat tapi tak tahu macam mana, okay, kami ada provide e-counseling session. So untuk sesiapa yang berminat nanti bolehlah kami boleh contact saya nanti ya. Okay. So what is VAK learning style? Let me start with a simple introduction first. Okay, so VAK, okay, basically is a tree model, okay, to receive and learn new information and experience. Maksudnya, okay, model ini VAK, okay, Visual, Auditory, and Kinesthetic, adalah cara anda untuk menerima maklumat-maklumat baru, okay, cara anda menerima maklumat-maklumat baru, okay. So according to VAK research, according to the research, basically everyone have at least one or two, okay, at least one or two of this style, okay, at least one or two, right? So for visual learner, okay, VAK visual learner, so visual dominant usually learn or absorb information by just how to say, by looking at it, okay. Kamu nampak benda itu, kamu akan belajar dengan cepat, okay. Jika kamu tak nampak, kamu tak dapat belajar cepat, okay. That's a visual learner. For auditory, dia prefer listen, okay, dengar. So macam orang yang auditory biasanya kamu tunjuk dia sesuatu benda, dia tak faham, okay. Usually they don't understand. But if you just talking with them, you just tell them, okay, without any note, you just tell them about, okay, I want you to do this, or you teach them something by just verbally talk to them. Basically, they can imagine and they can learn very fast. That's the auditory dominant, all right? For kinesthetic dominant, usually they need to physical experience, Maksudnya dia perlu hands on baru dia boleh faham. Alright, they need to hands on. Okay, this basic introduction for VAK. Alright, so I think this is most important for all of you. How VAK model can actually help you score good result during your SPM. I know that SPM is already postponed, but it still will be happening on next year, right? So I believe this information could help you score well. So please stay with us until the end of the session, yeah? Okay, so let me start from V, okay? V for visual. Okay, so for visual learner ataupun visual dominant, okay? So these learner usually they learn faster by looking at it. So maybe they can like remember teachers' body language when they try to teach you something. Okay, the expression, okay, to fully understand the lesson. So I always highly recommend that if you are a visual dominant, visual learner, please sit in front of the classroom. Okay, sit in front of the classroom because you can have a great view there. Okay, baru kamu nampak dengan cantik. Okay, so untuk visual learner, okay, visual dominant, during discussion, during discussion in your classroom, okay, please do also take some note. Yeah, please do also take some note so that you can absorb information faster. Because you are visual learner, usually what you need to do to learn faster is that look at it. You need to look at it, only you can learn faster. All right. So okay, let's do some tests. All right. Any one of you has actually have this kind of response. Okay. For visual learner, when the teacher asks them something ataupun anything happen, they usually have this kind of response. Okay. Response such as I see what you mean. Ataupun in other words, I see. Oh, macam tu. Okay. Alright. Ataupun I get the picture. Ataupun ni biasanya kamu tanya soalan, hey, what's your view? Okay, apa pendapat anda? Okay, usually if you ask this kind of question, you are a visual learner. Okay, okay. So why not let's do some tests? Okay, let's do some tests. So, but I need you guys to respond with me in the chat room. Okay, so let me ask the first question. Are you able to absorb information faster by just seeing and visualizing it? Okay, adakah Anda boleh dapatkan informasi dengan cepat, okay, menerima informasi dengan cepat dengan you know, seeing it or visualize it, okay? Jika Anda adalah, okay, you can do that, okay? Please type 1 in your chat room. Okay, can you do that? Okay, there's a few of you. Okay, good. Okay, second question. Are you imaginative? Okay, can easily picture complex scenario, image or idea without reference. Maksudnya, kamu biasa boleh imagine something, okay? Yang complex ke macam mana ke, you can usually easily imagine. If you are type 2. If you are type 2. Okay, that's all. Some of you, Vivi, Yi Hong, okay. Okay, good. Okay, do you revise well? The third question, do you revise well using color coordination, mind maps, and flashcard? If you are type 3, maksudnya kamu biasanya boleh menerima maklumat dengan cepat jika benda tu memang colorful. Okay, it's colorful. Okay, good. Do you love graph, maps, diagram, flowchart, and written information? If you are type 4, biasanya kamu untuk visual, okay, visual dominant, you usually like this graph, okay, diagram, flowchart, something and simple. Kamu tengok saja kamu faham. Okay, good. Okay, last question. Are you easily distracted by a visual stimuli or being bombarded with a pop-up on the computer? Ataupun biasanya kamu on Google, online, something pop up yang ada gambar. Biasanya kamu akan distract. terganggu? Adakah anda memang macam tu? If yes, type 5. Oh, a lot of you. Okay. Okay, great. So if you, all these 5 questions, if all is yes for you, you are a visual learner. Okay, congratulations, you are a visual learner. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Usually, every one of you have at least one or two. Okay. For my previous session, there's one people there's have three, all three. Okay, I guess that's a very, biasanya score A punya person lah. Okay, have all three. But average, okay, average you have one or two, all right? But you need to find out which one is your best. Okay, that's the what I mean by dominant. Okay, which one is your best? Okay, let's move on to the next one first before we talk about others. Right? So for visual learner, usually, okay, this is some tips, some tips for you to learn faster. Okay, so all you need to do is just basically highlight the important point in your text. Okay, if you want to learn faster, okay, for visual learner that those who respond to me just now, please do highlight important points. And I will suggest you to buy a few highlighter, a few colors of the highlighter. Okay, buy a few colors. Okay, this will help you a lot. Okay. Second thing, if you are able, do some tape recorder. All right. Record what teachers teaching in the class. Okay, and then you can play back, so it will help you learn faster. The third one, create more diagrams, chart or picture. Okay, jangan guna tulisan the wording saja. Okay, use picture. Okay, use diagram, use chart to replace that. You will learn faster in that way. Okay, learn to use text glossary, index, appendix, chapter summary. Okay, chapter summary I believe can help you a lot. Okay, sebelum kamu baca sesuatu benda yang detail, tengok summary dulu. Okay, this will help you learn faster. Okay, more easy to understand. Okay, lastly, use color pen. Okay, use color pen to help you write the important notes. If you have highlighter, if you are color pen, then it will be great. Okay, use color pen to use to highlight the important note. Right. So this is for visual learner. For those who have learned, no, I'm sorry. For those who respond to me just now, so this is the thing that you need. Right. Okay, so in our company, all right, Plan B Learning, okay, we are actually practicing using visualizing by live demonstration. So meaning during our e-tuition, okay, so usually we'll write something on the screen, so you can actually look at it and you can learn faster that way. All right. Okay, for auditory, let's see who are the auditory here. Okay, so for auditory, you will learn best through verbal lesson. Okay, discussion ke, talking ke, or listening. You usually learn faster that way. Okay, so you actually benefit from reading the text out loud. Okay, or using tape recorder. So untuk sesiapa yang auditory, when you try to study a book, okay, try to read it out. Okay, baca keluar. Okay, baca. So you can actually learn faster from there, right? Untuk auditory, okay, auditory. So the auditory response, usually they have this kind of response. Okay, that's ring a bell. Okay, I hear what you say. Okay, I hear what you say. That sounds good. Okay, sounds okay to me. Okay, if you have this kind of response, most probably you are the auditory response person, right? Okay, so let's do some quick test. Let's do a quick test. See any one of you are the auditory person. Okay, any one of you are actually absorb information, okay, faster or primarily by just hearing it. If you are type 1, anyone? Meaning, if I just tell you, okay, hi, just do this, da 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 da. Okay, but I didn't show you anything. I just tell you by verbally. You usually will understand faster. All right. Okay, there's some of you. Good. Okay, second one. Do you follow verbal instruction easily? If you are type 2. Okay, good. Do you understand and process information by just talking through it? Example, if you're reading a book, okay, if you are reading a book, when you read it out loud, you usually understand and remember faster. If you are type 3. Okay, good. Would you rather record a lesson or lecture more than take notes? So you prefer record than take notes? Is it? Are you? If you are type 4. Okay. Are you easily distracted by auditory stimuli such as background noise or being spoken to? In other words, you sedang baca buku, okay, tiba-tiba kamu dengar satu suara. Walaupun suara satu bunyi yang bising, okay, I don't say bising lah, maybe just a little. You are very sensitive to a noise, okay. And then you're easily distracted. If you are, type 5. Okay, good. I think it is most of you. Okay, so if you have all 5, okay, most probably you are the auditory person. Okay, so in other words, okay, you will learn faster if you apply these five tips here. Okay, the first one is always record and playback the lecture. Okay, masa dalam kelas record. Okay, record dan balik playback. Kamu akan baca ataupun kamu akan faham dengan lagi cepat. Second thing, okay, discuss your idea. Okay, discuss your idea. I would suggest, okay, I would suggest you form a discussion group among your friends. Okay, you can identify who are the auditory among your friends. Ask them, sit down, and let's together, discuss something. Okay, so maybe you talk about this chapter, the next person talk about the second chapter, the third person talk about the third chapter, and then from there you could learn faster. All right, you could learn faster. The third one, review printed material before auditory information is presented. Okay, maksudnya sebelum orang bagi kamu maklumat secara verbally, maybe you can read some material or brief too. Okay, before you actually listen to what the presenter need to say, and then you will learn faster that way. Okay. Okay, next is repeat back instruction that just heard to check clarity. This one is basically you need to apply. I always suggest you all to apply is that when somebody tell you something, you repeat back. Okay, repeat back. I just want to repeat back to check whether I'm right or wrong. Okay, what you mentioned is this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right. So if you repeat back what he said, what he or she said, okay, you will learn faster or you can absorb information faster. Okay. Lastly, stressing on the keywords and stories. If you can make a story, you can remember faster as well. Okay, make a stories. Okay, when you study biology, especially biology or sejarah, you cannot imagine well. Okay, you can make stories out of it. Okay, and then from there, okay, you speak it out loud for auditory person. You speak it out. Okay, and then you can memorize faster. Okay, this is for auditory person. Okay, so for your information, in our Plan B learning, okay, in our company, we actually will be giving away a free trial for our e-tuition. Okay, as for ASK, science, accounting, and there's a lot more. We're actually giving free trial. So if any one of you are keen to attend our free trial for this e-tuition, okay, so later on there is a form for you to enter your certificate. So from there, you remember to tick which subject you would like for a free trial, and then the teacher will actually contact you later on. Okay, I will talk more about that later on. Okay, third one for kinesthetic. So kinesthetic person, usually they need to hands-on. Okay, they need to touch, they need to move around. Okay, they will easily lose concentration, okay, if there is totally no movement at all or no simulation at all. Meaning, if you ask a guy who is kinesthetic, okay, sit down, there for a total of a few hours, okay, to read a book, I can guarantee you after 20 minutes or after 30 minutes, okay, that guy, although the body is still there, but the mind is gone already, gone somewhere else. Okay, that's kinesthetic person. Okay, kinesthetic person cannot sit there for quite a long time. Okay, they need to move around. Okay, they need to relax their muscles. Okay, so they can learn faster. Right. Okay, so for kinesthetic person, they usually respond in this way. Hey, that feel right. Hey, let me try. Okay, but he said try lah. Okay, I feel we should try this. Okay, usually they will respond this way. If you are responding this way, okay, you high chances you are kinesthetic person. Right? Maybe you can do a test for that to see whether are you a really kinesthetic person. Okay, anyone here? Actually, take frequent study breaks. If you are type 1, maksudnya kamu baca buku 15 minit, 20 minit later, okay, kamu kena berdiri, walk around, okay, relax muscle, then duduk balik baru baca. If you are type 1, okay, there's quite a few of you, okay. Do you listen to music while study? If you are type 2, I think most of us, okay, especially our generation right now, we like to listen to music while we are studying. Okay, I think the third one will be much more obvious. Any one of you has some kind of the toy that you like to hold on during your studies. Okay, like for me, example, for myself, previously I like to twist my pen, pusing saya punya pen tu. Okay, I got a pen, I just twist around on my fingers. Okay, and then in the meantime, I can study faster that way. Okay, if you are type 3, right? Number 4, do you constantly skim through the reading material to get a rough idea before you actually go through the detail, read through the detail? If you are type 4, biasanya kamu baca buku, you just go through, baca summary saja. And then after kamu dapat idea, okay, this one can help me, baru kamu nak baca detail. Okay? Okay, good. Some of you are, okay. Number 5, you usually have a good sense of direction. If you are type 5, if you are definitely very agree with the number 5, you have good sense of direction, please type 55555. Okay. Okay, may I ask any one of you, okay, everyone, okay, I need your response. From all the tests that we have done just now, okay, VAK, okay, can you type down which learning style are you? If you are V, type V. If you are A, type A. If you are K, type K. If you have 2, type VA or VK or like that. Let me see how many of you are V and K. Okay, usually what I notice that there's a lot of person have V and K, but not A. A, not much. Usually it's V and K. Okay, every one of you have either one. Okay, there's rarely or not much person have all three. Okay, I can see here is that you all have V and K. Mostly people here is V and K. Okay, if you have only one, okay, if you're only one, then most probably that's your dominant learning style. Okay, if you have VAK, okay, you need to find out which one is your dominant. Okay, because not all are straight your learning style. Must have one strength one. You must have one dominance. You need to find out that. Okay, for my observation, mostly is V and K. Just to share, okay, me personally myself is V and K. Okay, V and K. I usually learn faster if you give me example. Okay, if you give me example, meaning you don't talk to me, okay, You don't tell me what you want me to do. You just show me one time, okay? I can copy at least 80 to 90%. Okay, and if I apply my K, okay, kinesthetic, I hands on, I can copy you 100%. Okay, that's my personal, okay, my personal learning style. Okay, I think Arifa, Azizo, okay, your dominant is A, okay, good. So if your dominant is A, then you need to form learning group. Okay, then only you can learn faster that way. Okay, some of you is K, V, some of you is V very strong, A and K not strong. That one you are dominant in visual. If you are dominant in visual, okay, buy more highlighter pen or buy more color pencil. Okay, take note during the class, you will learn faster. Okay, I still remember when my Form 4 and Form 5, I still remember I apply one technique which is quite simple and effective for me to learn. Okay, I take note using during the class. Okay, masa dalam kelas saya ada satu buku kecil for me to take note. So apa yang cikgu cakap saya tulis saja dalam buku kecil tu. I just write now. Balik rumah, saya ambil buku kecil tu keluar, I salin balik dalam buku nota saya. Okay, so I do double work. Okay, if you can see here, I actually do double. At sekolah, I take note in a small notepad. Go back home, I copy it into my notebook. All right. So from there, although I do double work, but I learn faster. Okay, because it's visual. I apply visual. I write it down. I can see it. And I apply kinesthetic. Okay, I hands on. I write it. So I actually learn faster that way. Okay. So for kinesthetic person, usually, okay, you will learn faster if you have maybe play some music, okay, during your studies or any activities. All right. But that music jangan yang macam rock or hard rock music. That one will usually distract you a lot. Use some soft music macam jazz. Okay, jazz music will actually, all right, or what we call that, the rainy sounds. Okay, that's quite good. Okay, fire. Okay, that's quite good. That's what we call background noise. Okay, background noise. Some consistent background noise can help you as well. Okay. Second thing is you do highlight, emphasize key point. Okay, emphasize key point on your flip chart or whiteboard. You will learn faster as well. Okay, if your hand sangat gatal, okay, go buy some handy toys. Okay, such as this picture, which is what we call fidget cube. Okay, so during your studies, you still can have this on your hand. Try play around, so help you on concentration. Okay, number 4. Okay, transfer information from a text to another medium. Okay, so like what I did during my Form 5, I copied down the notes in my class. During class, I copy down in my notepad, and then when I go back home, okay, I copy to my notebook. All right, so I do double work, but it helped me memorize a lot. Right. Number 5, interaction between teachers and students. Okay, allowing them to actively participate. This one most likely is like a hands-on experiment. Okay, if you do hands-on experiment, I think most of you, if you are on science stream or if you in study general science, you do have some experiment during classes. All right. So if you participate in this hands-on experiment, you will learn faster as well. All right. This is for kinesthetic. Okay. So the test that we done just now is just very brief only. So I will always advise, if you want to know which one is your dominant, okay, which one is your learning style in more exact way, I will highly suggest you go take a test. Okay, you just pergi Google, okay, just type VAK test. Okay, kamu type VAK test, enter. Okay, there's a lot of websites have this kind of test. They have more than 20 to 30 questions, which can help you much more effectively to find out which learning style are you. Okay, you can do that later on. All right. So Talking about just now our plan B learning, just now I got mentioned to you, we have actually provide a free trial to our e-tuition because this e-tuition will actually try to apply uh, the visual by using the live demo. Okay, this one will actually especially will help a lot of you who are a visual learner. Okay, so although it's e-learning ataupun e-tuition, online tuition, but we try to apply this visual, so you can actually learn faster from there. All right. So if you are keen to subscribe to our free trial, right, please later on when you apply, when you go for a certificate, when you go key in the certificate, there's a column for you to key in which you like to have a free trial. Click on the subject, and then our teacher will contact you later on. All right. Okay, so from there, that's all for me. Okay, this is my contact number. If you need, you can text me. Okay, thank you. And then we'll move on to Q&A session. Okay. So may I ask if any question you guys want to ask for this VAK? Okay. Any question in line? What we will give no questions, huh? All right, good. So I would like to pass back to our moderator, Anis, to take over. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tony, for the sharing session. Before we end, is there any question you want to ask? Wait, is there any question you want to ask? You can ask in the chat box. Okay, no question, is it? Okay, so no question. Okay. Okay, thank you again, Mrs. Tony, for the very good sharing session. So I think you guys learned something today. I hope after this, if you can apply the technique the Mr. Tony teach you so that you can learn faster or you can take note faster, something like that. Okay? But I think this is something yang we call it technique because some students, when they study, like few students, they study differently. And then at the end of the day, the result is different. So maybe your study style, maybe ada yang suit you, ada yang not suit you. So you can choose, or maybe you can try and error first. Okay, if you don't have any question, so we move on to the ESET. Okay, so you can fill in. Oh, wait a moment. I think I haven't opened. Okay. Okay, you can fill in to the ESET. So you can go to this link and fill in your ESET. So, okay. So we will give you within 30 days after the webinar. Remember, if you didn't fill in this, you won't get your ESET. Alright. So fill in now. And then what's next? Okay, for tomorrow morning, 28th of April, we have a webinar which is for SPM Prinsip Perakaunan. So any one of you yang join, so make sure you come 15 to 10 minutes earlier. And then also for tomorrow, we have another session which is effective resume writing plus interview skill. So originally we put at night, but we changed to evening. So remember 2 to 3 p.m. So you can join. If you join, you should come in earlier, around 15 to 10 minutes early. Okay. And of course, if you want to know more news about our webinar from Segi College, you can join our Telegram. So you can join and we will blast any news regarding our webinar or any outreach activities. Also, thank you for joining today. So, okay, can you insert again? Okay, a moment. So thank you so much for joining us. So if you thank you so much for joining us today. So I hope everyone still can use the time remaining for the MCO to learn something, and make sure stay safe at home. Hope to see you again. All right. Thank you.